भारती न्यूज, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening and welcome. You're watching Bharati News. I'm Varshwadhawan and let's have a look at the top news stories of the day, starting with national headlines. Rashtriya Janata Dal leader and State General Secretary Pankaj Yadav was shot in Bihar's Mongar on Thursday morning. He was shot while taking a morning walk. Locals rushed him to the hospital in a critical state. He was taking his morning walk at the airport grounds in the Safaya Sarai police station area just as usual. Local media reported that there were 3 miscreants that were waiting to ambush him. They sped past him on a bike and opened fire at around 5 a.m. in the morning. The assailants have not been caught yet. Pankaj Yadav reportedly sustained 3 bullet injuries in the incident. The police were on alert and after the incident launched an investigation. Pankaj Yadav was also arrested in May 2024 during the Lok Sabha elections after he was accused of intimidating voters. Over the past few weeks, RJD chairman Tejasvi Yadav has been criticizing the Neeraj Chopra government in Bihar over the failing law and order situation in the state. Climate activist Sonam Wangchuk, along with 170 fellow activists from Ladakh, paid tributes to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat following their release from police detention. The group detained on Monday during the Delhi Chalo Padyatra presented a memorandum to the government urging for Ladakh's inclusion under the 6th schedule of the constitution to safeguard its ecology and local rights. Wangchuk announced that they have ended their fast and are set to meet with top government leaders and officials very soon. The march, led by Leh Apex Body and Kargil Democratic Alliance, has been pushing for statehood and constitutional protection for Ladakh as a state and not as a union territory. Coming to international news, local police in cartel-dominated city of Culiacan, Mexico were removed from duty after the army confiscated their weapons amid ongoing cartel violence. This comes after 1,500 residents marched for peace following weeks of deadly gunfights between factions of the Sinaloa cartel. The city's entire 1,000-member police force will not return until weapon inspections are complete. Soldiers, state police and National Guard have taken over the patrolling. At least 7 people were killed and 8 others injured in stabbing and shooting attack in Tel Aviv, Israel. This incident began on the city's light rail system before the attackers continued on foot. Both the assailants were killed by local security forces and armed civilians. Israeli police are investigating the incident as a suspected terror attack. The assault occurred shortly before Iran launched approximately 180 missiles at multiple Israeli targets. Coming to the business news, as the festive season has started, the central government employees are eagerly waiting for a hike in their salary. They are eagerly waiting for the announcement of dearness allowance hike in October as a part of the 7th Pay Commission. Right now, the DA stands at a 50% of the basic pay after a 4% increase in March 2024. At this time, it is expected that the centre could hike 4% dearness allowance for the central government employees. Moreover, the government is expected to announce the DA hike in October ahead of Diwali as it is raised the DA in the first week of October in the last year. Reliance Group, led by Anil Ambani, has launched a new entity named Reliance Enterprises to invest in Bhutan's renewable energy sector. This strategic move involves the development of 1.2 gigawatts of solar and hydropower projects, potentially marking a $1 billion investment. The initiative follows Reliance's Infrastructure Limited and Reliance Power Limited becoming debt-free recently, signaling a turnaround for the conglomerate. Reliance Enterprises, jointly promoted by Reliance Infrastructure and Reliance Power, will partner with Druk Holding and Investment Limited (DHI), Bhutan's sovereign commercial and investment arm, to undertake these projects. Additionally, the partnership will focus on developing smart distribution and the metering system throughout Bhutan, supporting the nation's net zero goals. Ending with sports news, in a tense encounter at Villa Park, Aston Villa stunned German giants Bayern Munich with a 1-2-0 victory in Champions League, thanks to standout performance by Argentine goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. While 20-year-old Colombian striker John Duran scored the lone goal that made headlines, it was Martinez's clutch goalkeeping that ensured Villa's memorable win. The defining moment came in the 96th minute when a header from Bayern's Harry Kane, following a precise lob from Joshua Kimmich, seemed destined for a back of the net. Martinez, however, soared through the air, denying the goal with a stunning save and preserving Villa's narrow lead. The save not only secured the win, but also brought back memories of the Villa's 1-0 victory over Bayern Munich in the 1982 European Cup final. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, known for his thoughtful gestures, expressed his gratitude to star javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra's mother, Saroj Devi, for a simple yet touching reason: her homemade churma. In a heartfelt letter on Wednesday, PM Modi shared how the dish reminded him of his own mother and evoked a sense of nostalgia. The Prime Minister received the churma during a banquet hosted for the visiting Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Neeraj Chopra, a two-time Olympic medalist, had brought the dish prepared by his mother, a gesture that deeply moved the Prime Minister. In his letter, written in Hindi, PM Modi mentioned that it was coincidence that the mother's offering arrived on the eve of Navratri, becoming his final meal before he began his customary Navratri fast. So that concludes our news bulletins for today. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Bharati News for continuous coverage and more updates. Wishing you a good evening and a great night ahead. Thank you.